Let's do one more question. We'll go right here in front. Yes.
Thank you so much for your candor and for your wonderful comments. I'm Dorinda Elliott from Condé Nast Traveler, and I wonder again on globalization.
I'll repeat. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In the context of the current economy, in which, as you suggested, people are afraid, and Americans are afraid of losing their jobs, et cetera, how do you make the case politically for extending and pushing forward with globalization, and in particular facing the new administration? Do you see that as an increasing challenge?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. The question was globalization and how do you see it, taking place and things like that. And I think even before this election took place, it was increasingly apparent that, not just in the U.S. This is not a U.S. phenomenon. Every place you go in the world, people just don't. Everybody's afraid. It's driven by jobs and things like that on globalization. And I think the case you have to be made is one that requires confidence in the beginning to say that the very best jobs that can be created in this country are jobs that have the ability to export. And so if you are a production worker, let's say, for a company, not just GE, Caterpillar, things like that, and let's say you work in the production line, and you are part of a business that exports, your annual earnings are probably twice what a school teacher makes. These are excellent jobs. And so as a country, do you want to create those jobs? Or do you want to create jobs that work at fast food restaurants or other things as a country? Now, if you want to aim high, there's only one path. The borders have to be open. And if you want to aim low, you can close the borders. But you can't have it both ways. You can't aim high and not have free trade. And that's my case. That's my case. We can do it. But I think there's a broader point, and this is something I've believed in a long time, and I think it's something that I think is going to be rediscussed coming through this cycle, which is that we had this vision as Americans, this image of ourselves that said, you know what, we used to be farmers, and then we became industrialists, and now we're going to be service industry, right? And I think it became an explanation for weakness over time. It became a way to explain why we didn't like to invest in research and development. It became a way to explain why we stopped investing in our people. It became a very convenient theory that maybe this is just proven just isn't true. So I think along with this desire to create export jobs, it has to be a vision that says we're going to increase R&D spending, we're going to focus on education, and if you got to do all those things ultimately if you want to compete. So look, have a great conference. Stay in this room. It's lousy outside. Don't read the newspapers. Keep yourself focused on what you're doing. It's great. I have to leave now. I have to apologize, but thanks very much. Good seeing you.